Good evening and welcome to the Heed Army podcast, coming to you live from Gateshead International Stadium for the inaugural game in the National League Cup. And Mark, my name's David Callis. I'm joined by Mark Curvers. Mark, it's been a divided opinion about this competition, notably so in the stands here today. Does feel like a reserve game, so to speak. It's Gateshead versus Middlesbrough Under-21s. Of course, it's against Premier League teams, second teams in their Under-21s in this competition. Financially, very valuable competition to National League teams and the National League, but it hasn't been well received, Mark.
No, and I think we've got to play a little bit of devil's advocate here, haven't we? You look at it from the Under-21s point of view, from the Premier League's point of view, that it's a chance to expose younger players to senior football and give them a chance to play against men who are playing week in, week out, to earn their crust, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
And try and develop the game the same way as they have in the Football League Cup, or whatever it's called these days, the Bristol Street Motors Trophy, I think it is. From the National League's point of view, it's a chance to bring in a bit of finance, and by that I mean the clubs themselves. However, when I look at Gateshead specifically, from my point of view, it's a case of, can they give game time to players that need game time in the competition, and balance that off with maybe trying to get progress, because the more progress you make, the more money you make. So
it's a double-sided coin, isn't it? If you want to use a catchphrase or a cliche, that there is money in this, and sadly, against historical competitions that lower league clubs like to progress into, especially FA Trophy and the early rounds of the FA Cup, this is a bit more lucrative. And say what you will, there is a lot of money at the top in the Premier League, but we are starting to see it trickle down. Trickle down, although it be quite a small amount to start off with at the moment. I think it's £1 million. Of course, every penny helps in the cause. And Mark's just had a little disaster with the wind there. But yeah, it's financially, it doesn't seem like much, but it will be a lot to clubs like Gateshead.
Yeah, 100%. And Gateshead, look, let's be honest, never going to be the wealthiest club when it comes to the backers of the club. They do what they can, but everything has to be brought in. There's not like there's just a sugar daddy here willing to put in thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands. But I look at it and think it's a chance to give squad players a game, and that's what I think Gateshead are going to have to do.
It certainly is. I mean, we have the team. We'll go through it very, very shortly. Of course, we are talking about the news at hand. It is getting very, very windy here before kick-off, as maybe you hear on the microphones. The news that broke staggered over the internet, shall we say, of the departure of Rob Elliott, Louis Story and Anthony Sweeney, who have departed for pastures new at Crawley Town. First of all, we'd like to wish them all the best in the world at the moment, because they've done a fantastic job here at Gateshead, and as I say, we want to wish them all the best. But Mark, it hurts for some Gateshead fans.
Yeah, I think it's obviously a bit of a sad day for Gateshead, losing a manager and a management team, that have led the club to such success. First ever Wembley win, what should have been what really should have been a playoff place and a chance to compete for a promotion to the Football League. It hasn't been an easy few days. It's been a real challenge for the players, for everyone at the club. But it's about what lies ahead. And what lies ahead now is to get this interim period under Ben Clark sorted, and then see what happens.
Well, I think one thing for sure, there isn't going to be a shortage of applicants. Of course, there's a decent club, a decent squad, should I say, here at Gateshead, and they'll be wanting to, people will want to work with this squad of players.
Oh, 100%, yeah. And you look at the squad and you think, well, it's already challenging top end of the league. It's already had success in the FA Trophy last season. There is something building here, and a manager who, let's be honest, will have to accept limitations.
Yep.
And have to work within certain, strict parameters. But if you're willing to do that and work with what you've got, and maybe try and add a couple of players and put your own stamp on it without spending too much, then there's a good job here for someone. And I look at the setup, and there's not a lot of staff here, but the ones that are very good at the jobs that they do. I said it before, it's a very unique club, Gateshead. It's a very unique dressing room, and it's a real chance for someone to come in and make a bit of a name for themselves.
It certainly is, and of course the dust has only just settled on the announcement of Rob earlier today, and I would imagine in the coming week, who knows, even sooner. I haven't heard anything. I don't know if Mark has, but you would imagine there'll be movement on trying to put somebody in place as soon as possible. But we'll talk about the man that stepped up again to be caretaker manager. I can't speak highly enough of this man in Ben Clark. Hero, Wembley hero, led Gateshead out of Wembley, the first man to do so, and he was, he stepped in when there was some dark times at Gateshead, and he led the team well during that season where we ultimately got demoted through nothing done by the playing staff. He stepped in again. He's a lovely character, well loved within the club, does a lot of work in the foundation that has to be lauded more than what it should be. But he's out there again today. He's going to be on the touchline. He's got the help of Jacob Butterfield and, of course, Captain Greg Ollie, who's out injured. If you're going to pick three men, that would be the three men you would pick, wouldn't it, in this time of who's left at the club?
Yeah, we shouldn't forget Luke Clark as well, who's helping out the head of recruitment, who's done an unbelievable job here, by the way. Yeah, I mean, it's not easy at the moment, and it's kind of, and I've used this phrase, God, I wish I had a pound for every time I've said this today, but the club have become a victim of their own success almost. And, when you have success in National League or non-league, and ultimately the vultures will circle, and that's what's happened. And again, I've said this a few times today, but unless you're Real Madrid, there is always someone who's bigger than you.
Well, I kind of played devil's advocate last night on the Heed Army podcast. We had a lot of people messaging in, and we've had a message today saying what's happened at the club. Why is, are we the only ones that have good managers? But as you say, a victim of our own success. But if you had have said a few years ago, especially during the time of the colour ownership of the club, that Gateshead would be trophy winners in the final, in contention for the last two seasons in the playoffs. Two managers left within 12 months, both for substantial fees, and players leaving for substantial fees. Players go on to play in the Championship. You would say, well, they must be doing something right.
But Dave, the other side of it is, look, these are professionals. Yeah, they work for a living. They haven't moved to a club in the National League North. They haven't moved to another National League club. They've moved 2 steps up the pyramid. They moved into League One. I said it to you before we came on air. In 2 weeks, at the start of December, Rob will take his new side to Charlton Athletic, a former Football League club. The weekend before Christmas, they'll play Birmingham City live on Sky.
Yeah.
These are
it's a different level, isn't it?
Of course it is.
And if things go right, they can go on to another level again from there. And when you look at obviously all of the coaching staff there, they're all very, very young, and what an opportunity that is to get to go into the Football League in management.
But it might not work. It might not work out. We might be sat here this time next year, and it hasn't worked out for them. But you can't go into it with that mindset. They're being given an opportunity. It's as much like the happen where they'll go there and be a success, and they could be having a Championship job next year.
Yes.
So, you can't begrudge them a chance to go and do what they're doing. And now we talk about loyalty and we talk about all this. The work they've put in for the last 12 months has been unbelievable here. Unbelievable. Yeah. And you look at the success they've had. It's been absolutely outstanding. So just say thank you for what they've done. Let them go and have a good go at Charlton. Gateshead will move on. Gateshead will be here long into the future. And this club has constantly moved on from tough times, and it will do it again. Look at the last time Ben Clark was in charge. You mentioned earlier the club nearly went under. This isn't that sort of situation. This is a situation where it happens in football. A new manager will come in and we'll all move on. It's now about getting behind Clarkey and Greg and Butts and people like that and just getting on with backing this club and looking at who could come in and do a job and buy into what this club's about, and there will be people out there.
There'll be excitement about it because obviously the infrastructure, not massive, is well grounded. The facilities that they've got at hand are fantastic. We know that right up to Football League standards. There's a lot going for it. If someone wants to come in and put the hard work in, and that's what it's going to take from any manager. Of course, it's probably a given. You always think it's going to be hard work, but whoever does come in, you'd think will be doing that, hopefully, in the near future for Gateshead. But we are going to go through the teams. They are coming out here for the first National League Cup tie in the competition's history. In goal for the visitors for Middlesbrough Under-21 is Nathan Fisher, Judah Toa, Oliver Samuels, Jaku Torre, Alfonso Lindo, Law McCabe, Rio Patterson-Powell, Jack Stott, of course, who was on loan last season at Gateshead, AJ Matthews, Hazim Barkra, and Nathan Simpson. On the bench is George Couture, Charlie Lennon, Eric Hembelberg, Omar King, Finley Cartwright, Frankie Coulson, and Shea Connor. And this is how Gateshead line up today. They've got quite a strong lineup out, considering we've got Tannen Brooks in goal, Will Constantine, Ben Radcliffe, Dan Jones makes his first start on returning to the club on loan. Charlie Colquitt, Josh Holm makes his first start. Ben Warman, Javon Malcolm makes his first start as well. Tyrell Newton, the captain Tom Allen, and Mark Beck. On the bench is Ollie Basie, Robbie Tinkley, Brandon Honstrop, who returns from injury, Regan Booty, Owen Aseni, Callum Whelan, and Ryan Carr. And Mark, some big names on the bench, but also a good use of the rotation as well for the players that haven't had much game time just yet.
Yeah, I mean, I said it on social media before that there's players who need game time and they're getting starts, you know. You mentioned there Dan Jones has come back on loan but hasn't had a chance yet. It's good game time for him. We've been really excited by what we've seen with Javon Malcolm so far. He's going to get, I'd imagine, a good hour plus tonight. So it's invaluable what's happening. Nice little moment for Tom Allen as well, captain the side.
Yeah, I would say special mention to Tom Allen. Gave a great performance on Saturday away to Southend, and he was an absolute terror for the left back of Southend the whole afternoon. And welcome to everyone that has joined us on National League TV this evening. We hope you are well. Of course, this is a National League Cup game between Gateshead and Middlesbrough Under-21s. They're just going through the talk with the referee, the two captains at this moment in time. For our audio listeners on the Heat Army podcast, Gateshead in their white and black shirts and Middlesbrough in their famous red with white trim. And we are moments away from kicking off here in the National League Cup. And Mark, a new competition. It's not often you get to see one.
No, it's not. And I'm interested to see how both sides approach tonight's game. I mean, we'll look at Gateshead. We know that there's players out here who've got a point to prove because they want to be in that team on Saturday for their game against Wealdstone. And from Boro's point of view, you know, there'll be players there that have also got a point to prove. They'll want to show the first team manager that they're capable of playing senior football. So it's a really interesting challenge for both teams.
Certainly is, as I've got myself all wrapped up here between my headphones and microphone. But Middlesbrough are going to get us underway there. Shooting towards the Felon end, and Gateshead will be shooting towards the River Tyne. And the referee is ready. He's just checking his watch, and we're about to get underway here. National League Cup action. Well, Middlesbrough get us underway. Ping the ball out towards the right-hand side and bounces straight out of play for a throw-in.
The one thing I think we should expect from any academy team is that they will play a brand of football similar to Gateshead's. You know, will be passing. Dan Jones there trying to steal about 50 yards on a throw.
He's not going to be able to do it with that haircut.
And he just has.
He's not very inconspicuous, but the ball went up there. Tom Allen wins the header. Kick forward in midfield from Colquitt. Javon Malcolm trying to chase down Fisher in the goal. Clears the ball. Namesake of a former Gateshead striker, Nathan Fisher.
Just trying to look how Gateshead have set up top, and it does look like maybe Beck and Javon Malcolm will rotate that.
Yeah, the 9 and 10
9
rule.
and 10 rule, doesn't it?
Well, Alan on the left-hand side as well. So we're at the back three. Obviously, Radcliffe in the centre with Dan Jones and Will Constantine. Middlesbrough, Fisher asking for his teammates to get a little bit further forward up the pitch. Constantine wins the header. Brought down in midfield by Middlesbrough, trying to move it quickly, but Gateshead intercept and held the ball up well. Well, all the way back to Tiernan Brooks. Dan Jones can get it out to Alan on this left-hand side, who holds the ball up well. He's under pressure from Law McCabe, but now intercepted by Middlesbrough on the edge of the box. Trying to get through is Torrey, but Gateshead do manage to usher the ball away. Nearly anyway. Nice turn from Tom Allen, but just a little bit too much on it now. It goes for a Middlesbrough throw. Of course, Mark, we had the pleasure of covering the game in pre-season against Middlesbrough. There was a mixture of these teams and first-team players out there for Middlesbrough, and there were some impressive displays on that afternoon.
I mean, Middlesbrough's academy is prolific. It's one of the best in the north, I would say. You look at the players that have gone on to play for England or even just in the first team.
Well, I was just about to say the ones that have went on to play for Gateshead. Of course, we've had Robbie Tinker, of course, who's on the bench tonight. But Ainsley Pears, to name one, who's obviously went on to do some fantastic things.
Brad James.
Yes, Brad James. Also, Luke Armstrong, who's currently in the Football League with Carlisle. There has been quite a few. And, of course, Jack Stott, who is wearing number 8 tonight for Middlesbrough.
Yeah, I mean, I dare say Jack probably didn't play as much as he would have wanted to at Gateshead. He sort of flitted in and out of the side, didn't he? But only because they were so strong in midfield, and he didn't really get the chance.
He got a nasty knock as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
And that hampered his time in the back end of last season. But at the moment, Gateshead playing it out from the back. Good pressure from Middlesbrough, though. And the ball goes out of play on the far side for a throw at Middlesbrough. 4 minutes gone, 0-0. Of course, there was Sonny Finch played in the pre-season friendly. I think he's on loan at Middlesbrough now. He was the son of a former Gateshead goalkeeper as well.
He was, is on loan at MK Dons.
Yeah.
But he's suffered an injury, which is unfortunate.
Well, Middlesbrough
was very good here, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's rapid. There's a ball over the top, though, looking for the run of AJ Matthews, and he's none too shabby with the pace himself there, is he? And Tiernan Brooks had to come out the edge of his box to see that out.
Yeah, AJ Matthews, by all accounts, has caught the attention of a few clubs in the Premier League and beyond, by all accounts.
It's definitely on the shoulder of the defender, ready to go, and that pace steals him at least 5-10 yards off the start, off the blocks.
So you got high hopes from. Good start from Middlesbrough, confident.
Ball up towards, Middlesbrough defended well. I was going to go towards Mark Beck, but Dan Jones trying to hold it up, and there was a
slide into the foul there.
There's an arm around the neck, WWE style. If you are just joining us, thank you very much. Of course, we believe it's free on National League TV. If you'd like to watch Gateshead and any other future games, it's available.
I could have stayed at home and watched this.
You could have, but you would have had. Well, I'm saying you have to listen to us, but you have to listen to me here.
There's always a mute button, Dave.
Don't tell people that; they'll press it. There's Radcliffe, who's playing the more central role of the back three tonight.
Nice.
Javon Malcolm drops deep to get involved, brings the ball forward. Nice ball out to Allen on this left-hand side. He needs teammates to get into the centre, though. Warman puts a cross into the box and headed clear. Warman trying to close down, and Middlesbrough do manage to keep the ball moving, but they haven't cleared it out the final third, out of their own third, should I say. Throw into Middlesbrough. There's a nice intensity to the game.
There is, yeah. You can see both teams trying to make a bit of an early impression here. Let's be honest. I mean, Middlesbrough, as much as it's an under-21 side, they'll not want to come here and get beat because it's a bit of a black mark on their copybook.
Of course, these are the budding stars of tomorrow for Middlesbrough, and they'll be wanting to catch the eye. And of course, when Michael Carrick brought his team here in the summer, he was very impressed with the way the game was played against Gateshead. And Middlesbrough now trying to open up down the left-hand side. Ball played forward.
Chance here.
Tries to beat his man and gets from Bark, puts the ball in there, and that goes out for a corner.
This wind's just making it a little bit unpredictable, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Obviously, the conditions here, it's a lot drier than what it was earlier on. The wind was like a very fine mist, and it was just blowing into the stand. It doesn't happen that often here in Gateshead International Stadium, but when it does, it's very noticeable. But the wind has picked up just before kickoff. In comes the corner now. A lot of movement coming in. Header across, and then an audacious volley there. This bicycle kick and it goes behind.
Must have had a teammate.
Yeah, it must have, because as soon as it left his foot, I thought that was going destined for the back of the net.
The fact he's given a goal kick, so it must have hit one of his teammates.
Well, Brooks hits this one long up towards Mark Beck. Beck wins the header. Ball bounces in midfield, but picked up by Colquitt. Mark Beck's dropped deep to help out. Ball over the top towards Javon Malcolm, but was intercepted by Tower and McCabe battling with Warman. And let's give a free kick for another arm pull back.
I've got to be honest, I thought the first foul, there was a Beck, I think, has collided one of their players. I thought that was a foul.
Yeah, it's a noticeable size difference there, isn't there?
There is. If I was Javon Malcolm, I'd be getting right near Mark Beck here because this is clearly, you'd imagine, going to go into him. Good ball.
Crossfield ball. Picks out Tyrell Newton.
Showing his versatility tonight, isn't it?
Now the ball flying down the right-hand side, but well read by Samuels over there. But Gateshead closing down, trying to make it work.
That's really good. Really good.
The pressure pays off with a throw into Gateshead. Colquitt touches the ball down. Newton now gets the ball back to Colquitt. Plays inside. Malcolm brings it down.
Oh, play.
Holds it up well and plays it off to Dan Jones. Allen pulls off to this left-hand side, controls it, cuts in, gives it back to Malcolm, who tries to... Well, he just waited there and picked out a pass, but the ball was intercepted, and now Middlesbrough on the break. Jack Stott pulls the ball across to the far side, and now Middlesbrough can try and shoot from the edge of the area and deflect it into a Gateshead player, and now the ball comes across to McCabe. McCabe looks up. He's got Tom Allen with him. Tom Allen tries to block it, and it comes towards the near post. And there was Tiernan and Brooks together.
A little bit sloppy there from Javon Malcolm. Pretty simple pass he had on. He's just trying to do a little bit too much. Could be trying too hard, really.
Yeah. I think obviously just arrived. We did see him in pre-season, of course, for anyone that hasn't been watching Gateshead. Signed 2 weeks ago on a permanent after trials at higher levels, but Gateshead very happy to see the young man back. Former West Ham Academy player, I believe. West Brom, sorry, yeah. I got the West right.
Close.
Yeah. Close in name, not in geographical sense.
Tiernan Brooks froze.
There's a glitch in the matrix. As the ball goes back to Tiernan Brooks. Good pressure from Middlesbrough, keeping Gateshead moving the ball quickly. And the ball across, making the defence work. Gateshead not going to have it all their own way with possession at the back, as we've become accustomed to in the National League in certain games. But Dan Jones can bring the ball forward.
It's a movement.
Lays it back to Colquitt, who's playing that Regan Booty role tonight, in the absence of the captain. Radcliffe in the centre circle. Oh, what a ball that didn't reach its destination, and McCabe did intercept, but Middlesbrough just a little bit quicker in midfield, anticipating, and the Javon Malcolm judged to have fouled there. Stott with the free kick across the far side. There is a player in space, but offside flag goes up. Tyrell Newton was there to cover just in case.
That's really lazy, by the way. Naive far side there, looking right across the line. Shouldn't really be caught offside.
Especially when he was that far out. He's good 10 yards away from a player near him. There's Warman comes back to give it to Radcliffe. Radcliffe, oh, that's poor. Now Stott in the centre. He tries to lead off. Lovely footwork. Good. Oh, tell you what, I thought he had just caught Stott there, Radcliffe, but the ball goes through to Tiernan Brooks.
Yeah, again, a bit sloppy from
yeah.
Middlesbrough sloppy. That's sloppy from Gateshead as well. Not what the new management team will want to see.
Really, but great pressure from the Middlesbrough youngsters.
Oh, very much. High intense, high press on there, as we would expect.
And Radcliffe has the ball across to Jones. Back to Radcliffe.
Again, just wonder if the wind is playing a bit of a part here as well. It's swirling, isn't it?
Yeah, it's died down in the stand, but you can see the corner flags are still waving a little bit. Ball out to Allen here, asking a lot of him. And McCabe back to cover, but Allen's there to cause bother. McCabe plays it off.
Well there.
To throw into Middlesbrough. Yeah, they've had a battle right from the beginning, haven't they, McCabe and Allen?
Yeah, it's been an interesting one to watch.
A battle of the sevens. As you can see, the wind just picking up there just before the through. You can see on the players' shirts as Colquitt pokes the ball forward, headed clear though by Lindo. Some high feet there, but the ball comes down to Allen in midfield. It's all very central at the minute, but he takes it down that left-hand side and wins a corner. Yeah, got a little bit compacted there in the middle, Mark. He had to try and come wide.
Yeah, just Middlesbrough defending the box well there. Just denying Gateshead any space, and like you say, Tom Allen having to take the option going down the line instead of maybe swinging the ball in. This is where Gateshead should look to benefit, and profit from set pieces. The big side on them does look up big players as well, but can you physically?
Charlie Colquitt puts one in there, and there it is. Javon Malcolm tucks it home. The flick on from, I'm trying to see who the player was that flicked it on.
Tom Allen.
It was Tom Allen that flicked it on, and there was Javon Malcolm, back post. You'll not get one much easier, but it's Gateshead 1, Middlesbrough Under-21s 0.
Well, the big thing for Javon Malcolm tonight is to give Ben Clark, Greg Ollie, and this interim management team something to think about. We know Onisani is likely to start on Saturday, but if Javon Malcolm comes out tonight and gets a few goals, puts a good performance in, then it just gives him something. You want the new management team to have awkward decisions to make,
and it bodes well for his confidence as well coming in. But 14 minutes gone, Gateshead 1, Middlesbrough Under-21s 0. National League Cup action here live on National League TV and on the Heat Army podcast audio stream.
It's another goal from corner, Dave.
It is, yes. It's starting to become a habit.
Prolific.
As Warman intercepts, Middlesbrough just trying to get this ball moving quickly. There's a lot of intensity down there. But Gateshead do get the ball back through. Colquitt to Jones. Colquitt holding it down. Middlesbrough keeping that intensity on. As Javon Malcolm doesn't win the ball in the air. It's picked up in midfield though by Middlesbrough, but the loose ball falls to Jones, who puts it down the line to Mark Beck. Beck plays it inside to Javon Malcolm. He looks across. Tyrell Newton's on the far side. Ball comes back to Constantine though. Colquitt, Constantine and Gateshead get it into space with Warman on the left-hand side. Brings the ball forward. Tell you what, that Middlesbrough back five is impeccable at getting back, isn't it? Got really into shape quickly as the ball comes across now to Constantine. Sorry, Josh Home. Colquitt. Tyrell Newton is playing that right wing back role tonight. Home plays it across to Jones. Warman, left-hand side of the pitch. Gateshead using the width quite well out to Allen, who tries to jink past his player, but he's dispossessed, and Middlesbrough can try and get this ball away.
He's done well there. Good pressure.
Once again, McCabe looking calm and composed on the ball as well, not making any silly decisions, but Gateshead do pick up the ball when it's cleared. Warman. Home picks out Colquitt in space. He's got Tyrell Newton on the far side. He's got big men to aim for here. If he can get a good delivery in, there's towards Mark Beck. It bounced and put behind by Lindo.
I've got to be honest, I really like Tyrell Newton. I think there's a real player in there for Gateshead to develop. You know, we talk about, kind of going back to what we were talking about before, where they do develop players that may get, poached away at some point, but I think there's a real player in Tyrell Newton.
A surprise package. I think you would see in pre-season. There's normally one, and he was the one that changed the manager's plans with his actions in pre-season. But wait, this delivery to come in, it's tight. There's Mark Beck. Oh, he nods it down and away from goal. He was under pressure, but Tyrell Newton picks up the ball, gets it back out to Colquitt. Colquitt back to Newton. Still players in the box to aim for. Here comes the cross in. Mark Beck lifts up and puts it. Oh, just pulls it wide, and it's a goal kick.
Yeah, you just get the sense Middlesbrough just aren't dealing with these crosses, are they? There's been 3 or 4 gone in now, and it's they're struggling to deal. Maybe dropping a bit too deep as well. I'm just looking at the coaching team here.
Yeah,
just trying to second guess what they're saying.
When Gateshead run it, then they do get into shape really well, but it's been the as you say, the crosses into the box haven't been the greatest for them to deal with so far. But that said, Middlesbrough on the attack now, bringing the ball forward from the edge of the area.
It's not far.
Pulled up and goes down.
Great ball, by the way.
But Gateshead on the attack, ball over the top of Javon Malcolm, and off the ball there was a little bit of a coming together. I don't think there was much in it. It was more clumsiness than anything else. As now Middlesbrough try and build on this right hand side as Bark plays it down the line to McCabe. Sorry, I've been calling Preston Powell McCabe. It's the other way around. Lord McCabe's number 6. Apologies.
I didn't want to say it, Dave.
Oh, you could have told us. Right, well, it's back to Nathan Fisher. Apologies to the McCabe family and the Powell, Patterson Powell family there.
You've done well there, dude.
Yeah.
Annoy 2 family.
Just what I do. As the ball now is left-hand side, and there we're going to see AJ Matthews absolutely sprinting to get to the ball. He's got there down at the dead ball line. Will Constantine did very well and just leaves him in a heap on the floor as he comes away with the ball. But that's good from Will Constantine, of course, young lad himself.
Yeah, it'll do the world of good. Currently dual registered with Concert in the Northern Premier League East. But a rare chance with Gateshead here tonight.
Beck holds it up on the halfway line.
Brilliant.
Back out to Constantine. Newton. Ball comes back through, and I tell you, good defending there on the far side. But is that going to be kept in, or is it going to go for a corner?
No, he's done well there.
He's done well. Get it back to Nathan Fisher and cleared the ball in turn up towards the halfway line. Dan Jones nods it down. Colquitt nods it to Warman. Warman brings it down. And now Gateshead, can they turn it into attack on this left-hand side? Warman tries to turn his man, but lays the ball back to Allen and turn to Radcliffe.
Good, very good.
Middlesbrough making Gateshead work with the ball, but they're moving it well. Josh Holm can put the ball out to Tyrell Newton. And Gateshead just slow it down a little bit from the middle, but a crossfield ball finds Allen in acres of space. He's going to get to it near the corner flag. Warman comes for support, but the ball crossed in. Javon Malcolm brings it down. Can he get past his player? Oh, he brings it back onto the left foot. Goes for the shot, deflected, and it's going to be pulled away by Middlesbrough on this side to be cleared. And
very good.
Radcliffe, no nonsense, nods the ball out for a throw just next to the Middlesbrough dugout.
What I like about Javon Malcolm in the brief moments we've seen him is that if he gets a sight of goal, he just wants to get a shot away, doesn't he? He's so quick to get that ball out his feet, and his first thought is always, can I get a shot? Can I get a shot in? Sometimes that may annoy teammates, I guess. But
I think in that it was well within his rights there. It would have been hard to pick out a pass in the box with the amount of red shirts that were around. But
absolutely,
it's certainly an open game at the moment, and we know Middlesbrough can move the ball quickly. But Gateshead doing well in the midfield battle at the moment, intercepting those balls as Tyrell Newton has the ball right hand side.
It's a very high line from Gateshead there as well.
Well, we've seen the pace of AJ Matthews, and it's I wouldn't say it's a dangerous game, but it's a game that has to be feared if you do see him getting into possession. As Gateshead just being pushed back with the ball, but they keep it in. Javon Malcolm came back to help. He wanted the ball back, but he was a foot away from the player, but now he does have it. Looks to see the ball across to Tom Allen. Good vision and a good ball over as well Allen jinks inside with the ball, runs, going to lay it back to Malcolm, who's in the centre. His touch does make its way to Josh Home. As you can hear on the microphones there, the wind is really starting to pick up again here at the Gateshead International Stadium. As the
I was right.
Yeah, as he's picked out a ball through there, but no one anticipated it. Mick Scully sent a message in on our YouTube stream. That's a few times Constantine has played, and I've been really impressed with him. Looks an intelligent player. There's a ball over the top there. Is our lovely timed header by Radcliffe and distributes the ball to Warman. Well, Dan Jones has the ball at the moment, and I'll tell you how windy it is. We can actually see one of the floodlights actually flickering on the pitch because it's moving down next to our corner flag on our right. Radcliffe plays the ball to Holmes, who's dropped deep, and Gateshead get the ball moving to Jones here on the left-hand side. Nice movement from Holmes to keep the ball moving forward over to Constantine, who can bring the ball forward. He's got Tyrell Newton if he needs him. He's got Javon Malcolm inside, but it goes out to Tyrell Newton. Warman. Ball out to Newton on the far side. Can he pick out one of the big men in the box? Lays it back. In comes the cross now. Not the greatest, but that will go behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, I think it's come off as a Warman.
Yeah, Warman.
Yeah, nice and patient there from Gateshead. Just the final ball in the box wasn't quite there. One thing we haven't mentioned tonight is the FA Cup replay for Gateshead's potential opponents, Shifnal and Hednesford.
Yeah,
tonight it's currently 0-0.
That one 0-0 at the moment. Of course, a draw that you're not disappointed with as a Gateshead fan, but games on played on paper, and it is the FA Cup after all. Anything can happen, but if Gateshead go down there and play their way, then you would think we should be able to come away with the win, but it doesn't always work like that. But
what a pass!
Oh, got the ball up there to Baccarat. McCabe now brings the ball forward, plays the ball forward.
It's a really high line again.
Yeah,
really high.
I think if Matthews hadn't appealed off towards the right there, he might have been away on the ball. But Tiernan Brooks. Javon Malcolm on the halfway line.
Being pulled.
Credit to the Middlesbrough youngsters. They've stuck to the job. They haven't deviated at all. Haven't been shook by the goal. Warman plays the ball back to Radcliffe. As Brooks gives it back to Radcliffe in his familiar sweeper-keeper role.
Pretty much a holding midfielder at the moment.
Constantine plays the ball down the line. I think Javon Malcolm might have been offside there, but Tyrell Newton gives away a foul trying to win the ball back. Well, both Malcolm and Mark Becker on the toes there for the quick. And Patterson Powell plays the ball forward. Ball comes off. Does anyone know?
Didn't have a clue.
No, they didn't have a clue, the linesman.
Absolute guesswork.
We couldn't tell you who
it's
that
gone
came
Gateshead's
off.
way, by the way.
It is Gateshead throw-in, but we couldn't tell you if that's accurate, if that's the right decision or not. Dan Jones picks out the run of Javon Malcolm.
Touch.
Oh, and his ball there. Intercepted and knocked out. Throw into Gateshead. Hazim Bakra is busy, isn't he?
I think the whole Middlesbrough team is. I think that the energy they've shown so far is good. They've just got done by a set piece, but I think they look a real threat. And again, you look at the other side of this competition. Would Gateshead be looking and thinking, who could you take on?
Ball over the top for Javon Malcolm. He's done well in the battle with Tower, but
he's done brilliant.
Oh, he's really good stuff.
That's
there.
excellent.
Good defending and showing great feet and composure there. But his ball wasn't the greatest, and Warman intercepts it. Corner of the box on the left, right hand side, puts it in the centre to Allen. Allen quickly closed down. But Gateshead still in possession. Dan Jones was pulling away to this left-hand side.
Ball.
Warman's up there, and he's got an extra man to head for. Goes in towards Jones, who brings it down edge of the area. And intercepted the ball now. And now Middlesbrough on the attack. Ball through as AJ Matthews' flag goes up.
If that ball went first time, AJ Matthews is in, but the delay has just killed him a little bit.
Yeah, I think it was Torre there, wasn't it, that brought the ball forward. Wind once again swirling around the International Stadium. 27 minutes gone. It is 1-0 to Gateshead. Javon Malcolm with the goal. Flick on from Allen on the corner. There he was at the back post to poke it home into an empty net. As Patson Powell just missed the ball, allows Malcolm to get onto it and find space and drive forward with himself. He's got some trickery, Javon Malcolm. Opens up space for himself easy, but Tom Allen's driving in with the ball now. Goes for his shot and it's going to bounce across to the far side of the box. Tyrell Newton tries to close down, where it is Simpson on the far side. Does play the ball forward, but only as far as Josh Home for Gateshead. Colcott in midfield.
Looks a tidy player, Home, by the way.
Yeah, he's went about his business quietly, but he's effectively.
So player Gateshead love, isn't it?
Well, Colcott gets the ball out to Constantine, back to Colcott. Gateshead trying to open up this pitch with men wide on both wings. A lot of everyone bar AJ Matthews back defending as Mark Beck gets the ball moving to Javon Malcolm. Now out to Warman. Warman puts a first-time ball in. It's low. Took all of the energy out of the ball, and Nathan Fisher could just scoop that up with ease.
Again, patient from Gateshead, but what I really like about Middlesbrough there is that they've just sat in and they've stayed disciplined. You know, they haven't made any rash decisions as defensive or midfielders. They've kept Gateshead at bay, and they've defended the box well again. When it's not the greatest cross in the box, but you know, there was players where they should be. Really good.
Ball played inside. Javon Malcolm trying to close down, but Middlesbrough moving the ball well. McCabe plays the ball out now. Be brought forward by Samuels and picks out Stott. Stott just goes over to the left-hand side to keep the ball moving. Back to Samuels. And there's a man in acres of space here in Patson Powell. Brings the ball down now. Can he open up against Tom Allen? Takes it down towards, crosses it in first time. It's a dangerous one. There's a Middlesbrough shirt flying in for it. Ball hasn't been quite cleared yet, and a foul's been given.
Just play on.
Yeah. Well, a little bit soft, that one.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a foul.
I didn't think it was a foul. But free kick to Gateshead just on the edge of their area. Oh, if someone said, "May I ask a question, lads?" Of course you can. And someone's been living under a rock. Someone said, "How come Rob Elliott's gone? What's happened?" Well, he's had the offer to manage in League One, and he's taken it, and we wish him all the best. A manager that has given some historic moments and beautiful memories at this football club, along with Louis Story. But Gateshead venture into a new chapter, and who will be at the helm is a story that's unwritten yet. As Brooks plays the ball up towards Mark Beck. Mark Beck didn't get there in front of Samuels. Samuels, under pressure though, plays it back. And Lindo can play this across the defence to Tawara, who puts the ball forward, looking for the run of Bakra. Dan Jones clears the ball in turn. It's going to be picked up by Middlesbrough in midfield, but Gateshead try to intercept and do. It's a little bit scrappy at the moment, but they do have the ball and can get it moving through Warman and Allen. Allen just slows it down wisely there. And Brooks can bring the ball forward through Constantine. Tyrell Newton. Colcott does get to that ball. It was a little bit under hit.
Surely it's foul there.
Someone's asking, how cold is it?
It's boiling.
Yeah, tropical.
I'm about to take my coat off. It's that warm.
Dan Jones.
Didn't need to turn back in there.
No, he's dispossessed by Bakra. Oh, and Mark Beck nearly capitalised on a slip there from the young midfielder in Middlesbrough.
Got the sense one of the Middlesbrough coaches is starting to get a little bit frustrated here.
There's no one in the Middlesbrough midfield grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck. They've been bypassed somewhat, and trying to get the ball just forward up to the strikers. I'd hazard a guess that tactically things will change as the game goes on for Middlesbrough. As Warman under pressure, the ball back and it's been latched onto by Stott. Now AJ Matthews has went over Radcliffe. Beautiful defending, got across, and it's a goal kick. And if there's an artful form of covering play, that's what we've just seen from Radcliffe.
It's disappointing giving the ball away in that manner. But Ben Radcliffe again is showing us everything that we've seen from Ben Radcliffe in this first month of this loan spell, where he's got pace, he's got power, he's got good judgment,
he's got goals,
and he's got composure. I really think there's a chance of a really good career in the Football League with Ben Radcliffe at some point.
I wish I could credit who tweeted this, but I've seen something on Twitter. Someone tweeted some things that never change: death, taxes, and Derby players scoring on loan at Gateshead, which I thought was quite funny. But Radcliffe plays the ball over to Constantine. He's on his toes straight away. Yeah, Tyrell Newton was on his toes on the far side, and the ball was just had a little bit too much venom on it for him to get near. Held up on the far side. Simpson was dispossessed, and Gateshead have the ball now in the centre circle. Colquitt looking up for a run. It's very compact, that defensive midfield. They did well there, Middlesbrough, to stop the ball moving fast. But Gateshead have to reset at the back. Radcliffe gives the ball to Brooks, who's
started well. Colquitt, by the way,
yeah,
just dictating the middle of the pitch. So we haven't really spoke about him, have we? But he's
crossfield ball though, looking for Tom Allen. Patterson Powell comes across to try and get there, and he gets past him. It's well done. Tom Allen drives into the box, cuts inside, goes for the shot. Hits it off the woodwork. And he did some magnificent work there. He left Patterson Powell in his wake with that clever bit of footwork, drove along the dead ball line. Unfortunately, couldn't hit the back of the net.
Probably need to go across goal and go in that far corner rather than going near post. But brilliant play. Brilliant ball from Will Constantine, and a brilliant bit of play from Tom Allen. He's done so well to get that ball out of a pretty narrow area and to get
Jack
him
Stott driving forward with the ball with purpose, trying to get past a few players, then picks out Patterson Powell on this right hand side, who's going to drive in. Great stuff from Tom Allen, the ball, and he's give the free kick. And the referee's closer than us. I don't know if he's caught him on the ankle there. But it's a free kick on the corner of the box, right-hand side. But we mentioned in the build-up, and also I think before we came on air, that Tom Allen's performance on Saturday was something fantastic that we've seen. We know he's very much capable of it. We want to see more of it. We're seeing that tonight. But also that captain's armbands, just giving a bit more responsibility there, and we're seeing it.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned that he's probably the longest-serving player at the club, isn't he, Tom Allen?
Yeah, in the starting
lineup. Yeah, sorry. And that comes with it a bit of responsibility as well. So, fair play to Ben Clark for giving him that.
Well,
whoever made that decision. Jack
Stott is going to whip this one in. It's going towards the back post. There's a lot of height there that got up, and Gateshead managed to clear it. Gateshead with the height advantage, it must be said, in this game, but a chip ball forward. I'm not going to catch Tiernan Brooks off his line there, but a quick ball forward. Let's say Patterson Powell quick to it, but it was looking for a ball for Javon Malcolm there. Jack Stott's grown into this game though.
He has, and again, seen little flashes of what we saw in probably two short spells last year. Good challenge. Where he looks comfortable on the ball, makes good decisions. I think he was mainly used as more of a holding midfielder, wasn't he, when he was at Gateshead, and maybe someone who did the dirty work a little bit. But I've been really impressed with him tonight.
Yeah, I think, as you mentioned, the midfield last year was an embarrassment of riches for Gateshead, and and he's brought in to be,
too far.
Dare I say, a player that was going to be there just to help make up numbers for the run-in, but very capable player. But we are seeing more of his game in this game than what we've seen in his time at Gateshead, particularly going forward.
Yeah, I mean, as I say, he didn't really venture too far forward, did he? At times when he was with Gateshead, maybe played a little safe. But I look at him tonight, and he's causing a few little issues in around the final third, trying to make those killer passes.
Well, Middlesbrough turning it on from the front, the pressure, trying to make Gateshead make a mistake, but Dan Jones, calm decision making, picks the ball up to Mark Beck, who is being held, but referee says it's fair game, and now brought forward by Lindo, the big defender.
You know, what's interesting is...
Nice ball to Javon Malcolm. He sees Tyrell Newton on the far side, and Gateshead have got forward in numbers. He's got the underlap now of Josh Holm. Josh Holm gets up to it, but Samuel fouled in the process.
What's really interesting is the fact that I guess the Premier League clubs, or Premier League 2 clubs, will come into these games maybe thinking they're going to get a physical battle, and it's going to be nasty, and it's going to be aggressive, and all these horrible stereotypical non-league rubbish that we hear. Whereas Middlesbrough are probably facing a similar test to what they would face in Premier League 2 with Gateshead, because they do keep the ball down, they do pass it. It is high intense play. It's not long ball direct or anything like that. So maybe that's what I think. That's what we found in pre-season as well with Sunderland, Newcastle.
Well, I think you got
Sunderland, Middlesbrough.
Yeah, so you got some. Was that a trailing arm there? Referee says yes, it's a free kick. Well, you spoke to Michael Carrick, didn't you, after the game in the pre-season game, which was a mixture?
I didn't.
Yeah, Son did, yeah.
Son did, yeah.
But obviously very complimentary about how Gateshead played, and I think the link up between Middlesbrough and Gateshead has been utilised very well over the last 5 years, and I think that game went a long way to continue those bridges being built.
Yeah.
Poor ball from Dan Jones intercepted. There's McCabe, got it in midfield, but Gateshead come back.
To pull them back there. No, I think you're right, Dave, and I think it's games like that in pre-season, the one against Sunderland. I mean, look, let's be honest, Gateshead deserved to beat Sunderland that night, and probably deserved to get a point off Middlesbrough, deserved to get a draw against Middlesbrough. And that'll, make the likes of Michael Carrick and Regis Labrise and people like that, and whatever you call the Carlisle manager these days, it'll make them think, if they want to send a player out on loan and get them valuable game time at a place where they're going to flourish.
Ball over the top though for Tom Allen. He's onside, but the ball was quickly gathered up by Nathan Fisher. It was a quick move in midfield from Gateshead, but Middlesbrough trying to get the ball moving themselves.
I do think Gateshead have got this reputation now of developing young players on loan, and we could name a lot of them over the last five years that have come in and gone on to play in the Football League, and even ones that gone under the radar of it. Matty Jacob, for example, in the National League North season, is now playing in the Championship. So that's a good ball.
Nice ball out to Tom Allen on the left. He drives forward. He's up against Patterson Powell. A bit of footwork. Brings it forward. Takes down dead ball line. Tries to pull it across, but goes behind for a corner. And that's the work rate that we want to see from Tom Allen, and that we're starting to see regularly now.
Yeah, growing confidence as the game goes on, and looks a real threat every time he gets the ball. And let's see how the last corner from this side was what led to the goal. Let's see if Gateshead can cause issues again.
Well, Charlie Colker, of course, came through the Chelsea Academy and had stints abroad, Holland and Sweden. You wait the delivery in it comes. Keeper comes out and gets it.
Ball's gone out.
The ball go out, did it? Yeah, the flag went up. Keeper did well in the body in amongst the bodies there to get the ball away nonetheless.
Heading into the last 5 minutes here, Gateshead 1 up thanks to that Javon Malcolm goal. Probably just about good value for it. I think there's just edged it.
I think they've edged it, but Middlesbrough are more than dangerous and more than capable of getting something out of this game. Still a lot of football to be played, of course. But this is the first game for either side in this competition, National League Cup. Exclusively live on National League TV, as well as audio on the Heat Only podcast. Sorry?
You're getting paid to say that?
No, I wish I was getting
paid. That was like an advert.
Yeah, it was. Been reading the dictionary again, Mark. I tell you, I've been trying. There's a ball forward now, though, on left-hand side. They broke the offside trap really well as AJ Matthews, left-hand side of the box, cuts it across.
Why didn't he put it in straight away?
Poor ball, but headed behind by Radcliffe. Just decision-making there.
Yeah, I mean, he's got... is it Bakri? Is it Bakri, number 10, yeah? He's got that ball on straight away. Just put it in, and he scores.
Well, corner for Middlesbrough Under-21s on the far side. All the players jostling on the edge of the box. They're going to run in for this one. In it comes. It's a quick one, but the keeper, he just has to fist it away, and it skims off the top of his knuckles out towards this right-hand side. Oh, lovely work from Tyrell Newton, but it's going to fall
let it go
to Patterson Powell. And Patterson Powell goes down, and the foul being given there. I thought he might have played on the referee.
Good to have switched off here.
Been played on the back, brings it down, goes for a curling shot. And deflection out for a corner on our right-hand side. But, Tiernan Brooks had already took off there, wouldn't he?
yeah, quite literally. Gateshead just switched off. Really nice alert play from Middlesbrough, getting that quick set piece in, and Gateshead just hadn't reacted. As it happened here, because it could go short, and it has.
It has short corner. Bakra lays it off. Ball comes in from Simpson. It's a deep one, and it's going to be too deep and all the way out for a goal kick on the far side.
Nice little bit of wrestling at the back.
Yes,
back post
I was trying to think of some obscure wrestling, like Greek wrestling or something like that, like Hungarian oil wrestling.
But something you watch in your own time.
What can I say? I've got a lot of time on my hands. Good ball. Allen plays. Mark Beck. Nice touch. This guy's being held and does very well. Referee is going to give it there. Well, Javon Malcolm being taken quickly, pokes the ball through to Tom Allen. Allen, was he caught as he went through? He was.
I don't think he's touched in there. I think
he's clever.
Yeah. Apologies, just Tom Allen, if you hear this and he did touch you.
Yeah. Send us pictures of the bruises.
Yeah, was Colgate one of the ones that from Chelsea that went to, that was a Viates Arnhem, I think, that had the link with?
Yes, and of course he played under, was it Cooper?
Graham Potter.
Potter, yes. In Sweden. Ball through to Warman. The line from Middlesbrough is impeccable once again. Gateshead having to try and break it down. Lindo does very well. But so does Javon Malcolm to get the ball back. And if he looks up on the far side, there is Tyrell Newton. Newton can try and open up against Simpson. Has to turn. He's twisted and turned. He's got the ball in, and Lindo pokes it clear. Only as far as the right-hand side of the box, and now Middlesbrough can try and take it down the left. As Simpson.
That's brilliant from Tyrell Newton, by the way. That recovery run was excellent.
Out goes for a throw to Middlesbrough, just inside their own half.
Someone at home saying the front the heating on. They must be made of money in that house. I tell you, the price of heating these days. Jeez.
What a flex that is. It's 44 minutes gone here. Gateshead 1, Middlesbrough 0 if you are just joining us. Javon Malcolm with the goal, poking it home at the far post, following the flick on in a corner early in the first half. Well, Patterson Powell in acres of space again. They utilised it. He's brought the ball down well. He's up against Dan Jones. Tries to drive with it. He's cut past him. Now he's going to pull the trigger. And he's just absolutely got his little toe wrapped around that one. Pulled it away.
I'll say what I said before with Tom Allen. He's got to go across goal there. You're not going to beat a keeper of Brooks's ability. It's near post there, I don't think. He's got to go across goal.
But it's been a battle this game. I say battle's probably not the right word, but it's been a contest where both teams are having to think and trying to break each other down.
They are, and I think both teams will think that they've taken something away from this game.
And we've still got 45 minutes to play. So let's hope the second half is just as entertaining as Allen looks for movement, plays it down the line to Jones. Plays it back to Tiernan Brooks. Nice ball to Holmes, who turns his man, lovely, gets himself into space. Colcott's under pressure, lays it off to Dan Jones. Jones just turns and slows it down, and we're seeing a bit of the experience from the likes of Dan Jones and Colcott. Ball out to Allen. Ball. Allen now, he's got space to run into, but McCabe has come back to help out. Plays it inside to... beautiful ball through.
He should have left it.
Well, the ball in by Colcott. He's seen the run of, both Mark Beck and Javon Malcolm. And Malcolm did get the touch on it. He's within his rights to do
100%,
it.
But, you should have left it.
You could see Mark Beck as he was flying through the air thinking, why hasn't that come through?
See his eyes lighting up.
Yeah. And there is the half-time whistle. It is 1-0 to Gateshead here in the National League Cup. It's been an entertaining game, Mark, for all the hype before the game of the competition not being that warmly welcomed by National League fans, but we have been treated to a game of football.
Yeah, I mean, both sides are going for it, and I still think it's got an air of something between a pre-season friendly and an early FA Trophy game. It's not, I wouldn't say either team's fully at it, but I think from a Gateshead point of view, no, it's not a full-strength Gateshead team. There is changes that are being made. People getting that first sort of taste of action here. People like Home and even Colgate hasn't had that much game time, if we're honest. So it was probably going to be a bit disjointed, but no, I think both teams will be getting something out of this.
Well, interesting to see there on the touchline. Obviously, senior players talking to the younger ones there. It was nice to see Regan Booty giving advice to Josh Home as he was coming off, just telling him one or two things. And in turn, he's talking to Tiernan Brooks as well. It is half time here at the International Stadium, of course. We are going to go silent for half time, and when we come back, we'll continue where we left off. And thank you for your company. But before we do let you go, the Heat Army podcast has been nominated and made to the final of the Best in Non-League at the Football Content Awards. And if you'd like to vote for us, there is a link in the comments in our YouTube stream here. And of course, we've got links on our social media at Heat_Army on Twitter. And if you'd like to vote for us, Best in Non-League podcast, Heat Army, that would be very much appreciated. And when we come back, we'll be bringing you the full second half live and exclusive here at Gateshead International Stadium.
High Street, Ben Clark, Mark Curtis, and certain players will be there. And of course, a lot of the usual things like raffles and bingo. Full details on the website, and that's 7 on Thursday, the 3rd of October.
No.
Yeah. Hey sisters, today we're going to be going to the podcast, and I'm here with Dad, as you all know, David Gadders, Meme, and we're going to be going to Gateshead Stadium to watch Gateshead versus Carlisle. Yay!
Is that how we're really opening it?
Yes.
Alright, well, hello everybody, welcome to the vlog. I've just been flashed, I can get out now. As you heard there in that exuberant intro from Sophia, we're going to Gateshead versus Carlisle.
Yahoo!
It's a lovely day as well, isn't it? It's red hot.
Aye.
So, we're looking forward to this one. I think Sophia's enjoying the football. You came to the Middlesbrough game and you liked that one, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
So, who was your favourite player for Gateshead?
I don't know, I don't know.
You don't know? Well, which number?
I don't know, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, you weren't paying attention. Well, there you go.
I was paying attention, just I couldn't be bothered to look at the numbers.
Oh, you couldn't be bothered to look at the numbers, right. Well, today we'll find out if we can get it introduced to a player, eh? Yeah, alright. I'll do that. So, stay tuned. Hopefully we'll speak to Mickey. I don't think Steely can make today's game, so we'll not be speaking to him. Hopefully we'll speak to a few other people in and around the ground. And, yeah, we're gonna... Peace! Alright. So how do we sign out now these days?
Okay.
So we're getting snacks now. What snacks are you after?
I don't know. Probably some M&M's up.
Well, let's have a look. Yeah, come on.
Just some, yeah.
What drink you having?
I'm going to, yeah.
And there's normal Fanta. I'm going to get a Pepsi Max. Watch me figure. Cheeky. Right, do you want to get some sweets?
Can I get some water as well?
We'll get some water at the game.
Okay.
Right.
Sweets.
So what sweets we're getting then?
I don't know, chocolate.
Chocolate.
As you can see from in front of us.
Get me a bag of Haribo Star Mix. There we're going, Haribo it is. Let's go and pay. You haven't, it didn't stick in your mouth, you haven't got it yet, man.
Okay, so we are paying our items. Waiting.
Well, this is riveting, you've got it so close to your face as well. Just looking up your nose.
Okay, so we're paying our items. Okay, yeah. Now we're just... Okay. Thanks, expensive. It's $6.30.
Please follow the instructions on the chip and pin device.
Right.
Can I go wait outside?
Aye.
I'm bringing the camera. 6:30 just for 2 Haribo Chunk Fastics and normal Haribo and pop. Ridiculous. I swear to God, shops nowadays.
Well, she's eating a hot dog. Is it nice? Right, there we're getting. So, what's the score going to be?
I haven't a clue.
Haven't a clue. I guess.
1 year deal.
3-0.
3-0.
No, 3-1.
3-1 to Gateshead.
Yeah.
Right, there we're going. So,
3-2.
3-2 to Gateshead. Right, okay, well, we'll see if that happens, innit?
Actually, no, 4-3.
4-3. Lots of goals. Look at this, Mickey the Man Mountain. Oh. Walk into it.
Okay, so we're going to go ask some people what they think the score is going to be. What do you think the score is going to be?
I think it's going to be 3-1 to us.
Pretty good. 3. What do you think the score is going to be?
3-2.
3-2, 3-1, okay. Pretty good scores. I believe I've asked the 2.
Oh, good.
3-1 and 3-2.
Oh, well, there we go. Well done, Sophia. My little Roman reporter. Right. It's half time. What do you think?
So far, Gateshead had the ball most of the time, but nobody scored and it's been boring.
And Gateshead missed the penalty.
Stupid.
It's stupid.
Yeah, because there were like 3 times where he could have scored and he didn't.
But
Whoever it was, trying to score. Like, they were right in the box.
yeah.
Nobody was around them. Didn't even try to score.
Didn't even try to score.
This
Oh.
stupid, I'm going to go and get my seat.
Okay, you get your seat. Well, there we go. There's the half-time update from Sophia. Oh.
Back in.
Back in the car. That wasn't a bad game, was it?
Nah. My face is freezing though.
Freeze. How this is warm, this, man.
Yeah.
I have to harden you up. Some cold weather training in the back garden.
Nah.
Wait, I'll throw ice cubes at you. It'd be great.
Nah.
Right. Well,
I did cut my lip.
How did you cut your lip at a football game?
I don't know, honestly.
Jesus Christ. Well, it is a mini vlog, this. It's just a little one, but the Sophia vlog, my little Roman reporter. But I think you're a good luck charm. We've done well in the games that you did well against Middlesbrough, and then we've destroyed Carlisle.
Yeah.
Didn't we? So who was the best player for Gateshead today?
Divinar.
Divinar. You're not looking at the shirt numbers?
Nah. I was too busy trying to see who did the highest kicks.
The highest kicks. Oh, you're going through the analytics of it, were you?
It was the goalkeeper when it was half time.
Ah, the goalkeeper.
Just so you know.
What about the lad that scored the goals?
Who was the lad that scored the goals?
Number 9 for Gateshead.
Oh, yeah.
Did he do well?
Yeah.
What about the lad that missed the 2 penalties?
He was stupid.
He was stupid.
It was penalties. There was only like 1 or 2 people. So let's say this was the goal. One was there, one was there. He was here. The goal was where you are. The camera is. Kicked the ball, and then the ball was just like, psych. And just missed the goddamn goal. It's easy.
Look, Hannon, I'm very sorry. These are the words of my daughter, not me.
He said them before the camera.
No, I didn't. You're terrible, you. So, will he be coming back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well. Well, on that note, we'll say goodbye to everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, sisters.
Bye, misters.
Bye, sisters.
Well, you're joining us back here at Gateshead International Stadium. It's half-time in the National League Cup between Gateshead and Middlesbrough Under-21s. Gateshead currently lead 1-0 with Javon Malcolm getting his first start and his first goal in Gateshead colours. It was a flick on from Tom Allen after a corner, and there was Javon Malcolm at the back post just to flick it into the empty net. And but it's been a good game. And we hope that if you're just joining us, you're settled and ready for the second half. We are waiting for the teams to come out. Haven't got the scores up because I looked on Flash Scores and they didn't seem to have them for the National League Cup when I went through it this afternoon. So we don't have any scores around the competition.
We do know Sheffield and Hednesford are 0-0 at half time in the FA Cup replay. Gateshead go to the winners, of course.
Yeah, and as I say, the magic of the FA Cup starts then. The rain is starting to drizzle down again here at the International Stadium. It is looking bleak out there. It's getting a little bit colder, as it should do at this time of year. Of course, we're into October now, and hopefully Gateshead will be doing all right. And my microphone is just going up and down for some reason. But Mark, as I say, we're both impressed by the calibre of the game so far. I'm guessing we're going to see more of the same in the second half because Middlesbrough, they'll be wanting to rectify some of the little things that they were doing in the first half that weren't coming off for them. Likewise with Gateshead, but Gateshead will have went in happier, of course.
I think firstly what I'd say is that I'm just really pleased that the wind's blowing into the stand, so this rain comes into the stand as well, which is great news. But no, it has, jokes aside, it's been a good game so far, a competitive game. I said earlier, it's somewhere between a friendly and an early trophy tie in terms of intensity. I think Gateshead will be pleased with the fact they've got some brilliant, some valuable, minutes into players that needed them. Middlesbrough will be, I reckon, probably quite pleased that they've stood up to the challenge Gateshead have put to them.
Because of course it is effectively the under-21s, but it's a mixture of teams right through, probably from under-16s, I would imagine. There's some a lot of young talent out there for Middlesbrough. Just on the weather front, there is a lot of people making their way further back in the stand.
We will be soon, Dave, if this goes on.
For the rain. But also, one thing that we haven't mentioned, of course, it is lovely to see Greg Ollie here at the stadium, but lovely to see him weight-bearing on his leg. Even though he might have a boot on, he is walking with crutches and a boot, but weight-bearing, it's a step in his recovery, and lovely to see him involved here tonight. Although the circumstances probably not what he wanted to be involved with.
No, of course not. And he'll feel this more than anyone. But Greg's been in this game long enough. I mean, let's be honest. He's had Steve Watson was his manager, and then Ben Clark took over, and then Ben left, and Ben did leave. Ben was removed, was he? To be honest, by the previous owners. Mike Williamson came in, and then Rob came in. So he's had 4 different managers. He knows how this game works. And it will have hurt him, not hurt him, it will have hit him because he's lost a manager that trusted him. But he's also gained another one that knows him very well at the moment in Ben Clark. And I'm fairly certain the next manager will know exactly what he'll inherit from a fully fit Greg Ollie when that moment comes.
Certainly will. Well, Middlesbrough are back out onto the pitch. We are waiting for Gateshead to come out, of course. It doesn't look like Middlesbrough have any changes at all. And say it hasn't been that type of game for any injuries, of course. It's been played in a nice manner, good tempo.
We've got to point out the fact that Ben Clark naturally is wearing
shorts.
Of course he is.
This is summer weather in concert where he's from, of course. But he's having a good bit of laugh and banter with the Middlesbrough coaching staff as he comes out there, and if anyone's even just said hello to Ben, you'll know he's an instantly likable character.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, not really. I'll teach us to put the horse's teeth in before I come.
Is there a sub? It looks like there's going to be a sub coming on.
Yes, it does. There's going to be a substitution, unless he's just testing that the board works, the 4th official. Although he does have a piece of paper, so it does look like there will be a substitution. We did think there was going to be one for Gateshead earlier in the half-time break. We did see someone run over, but at the moment, Carr is coming on. Ryan Carr is going to be the substitution for Gateshead, and I'm trying to see who he's going to replace. and I think it might be Tyrell Newton. He's going to replace.
Yep, I would agree with that. Ipswich Town loanee. Ryan Carr, local lad. Well, I say local, from North East anyway. And we'll want to take this opportunity. Tonight is his first chance. I think it's his first pitch time, I believe.
I think so, yes.
So he'll want to impress. Look forward to seeing him. Same as home. Good calibre, come from Birmingham.
Well, he's on to the pitch. Ryan Carr. Once again, if you're just joining us, welcome. This is National League Cup action on National League TV, as well as the audio stream on Here Only Podcast on YouTube. Drop us a subscribe if you'd like to join us for our second podcast of the week, which will be live tomorrow night, talking about this, previewing the game on Saturday for Wealdstone. And of course, if there is any news on the manager front, because it's all still very fresh, it's been confirmed today, and we'll be looking at that, of course. And of course, while we're on, please vote for us in the Football Content Awards Best in Non-League Podcast. Link in the audio description below on YouTube. But at the moment, Middlesbrough on the attack on the far side. It is Bakra, the pulled back. Good decision from the referee there. It was a foul, but it's Middlesbrough played it back towards the side, and now it's going to be brought forward by Samuels. Simpson looks for the runner, as Jack Stott was on the way there, but Ryan Carr getting involved straight away. But Simpson does receive the ball, plays the ball through for AJ Matthews, cuts inside, and Gateshead Constantine did very well just to put a foot out there, and so it was Ryan Carr even. So, busy first 30 seconds for Gateshead's number 15.
It's lively. Plenty energy.
Chomping at the bit, as they say.
AJ Matthews might have picked up a knock here,
And he's keep looking at his heel there, isn't he? Well, ball now to Samuels.
Foul throw to me.
Up and Javon Malcolm. Ball. Once again, the officials not in sync there.
Toss a coin.
Samuels plays it inside. Middlesbrough.
Got to take care of it.
Poor passing from both sides. Sees the ball back in possession with Middlesbrough. That win picking up once again. Ball over the top for AJ Matthews, but there was Radcliffe again to intercept and disrupt as Dan Jones was
That's going to give that.
Flung to the floor like an old rag. Ball played back to Tiernan Brooks. Radcliffe can bring the ball forward. Carr's pulled off to this right-hand side. Home gets the ball inside to Javon Malcolm. Lovely touch back to him. Ball through the centre, and Tom Allen, he's offside by a mile, and the flag goes up. I don't think he was expecting to get through himself there when the ball come through. We've got people with a flag behind us. Although Mark was laughing, we'll just give you a little bit of inside baseball here. Before the game started, the steward's Diet Coke fell off the wall and poured down my back before. So that was lovely.
I didn't laugh. It's not funny saying stuff like that.
And Colquitt does manage to play it off. Well,
how's that not fun?
It's got more physical in the second half.
It's just two hands in the back, pushed it.
Ball thrown down the right-hand side as Stott gets in front of Mark Beck, but it's picked up midfield through Warman. Warman can bring the ball forward. He does have Allen out on the left-hand side, who he does use now. Warman on the under. Nice footwork from Tom Allen. He's got super glue on his toes. Goes for a shot and puts it over. But yeah, his first touch today has been impeccable.
We don't know where the final will be played yet because it hasn't been announced. And I think it may well depend on which teams are in the final.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got, say, Woking and Chelsea in the final, it would be pretty silly having it at Anfield, wouldn't it? So, not that I know where any of the proposed final grounds are, but you would think geographically they would wait to announce it.
I mean, you're guessing if the Premier League have signed up for this, then it's going to be a Premier League ground. But
You would think that would be the incentive, wouldn't you? But ball from Dan Jones nearly gets through to Allen. Ball pinged up towards Jack Stott, who's got a much higher role in this second half, as AJ Matthews does go down there and
in stages, that
yes,
you would have said installments, weren't you?
I was unpredictable. 50 minutes gone. Gateshead 1, Middlesbrough Under-21s 0. Tower plays the ball out to the far side. Can Middlesbrough open up with the ball? Nice cross in there towards AJ Matthews, but Gateshead defence more than capable of dealing with that. Mark Beck holds the ball up warm and tries to thread it through. It falls back though, and Gateshead put the ball over the top. And well, Javon Malcolm's fast, but he isn't Usain Bolt fast. McCabe lays it off to Lindo. Middlesbrough trying to move the ball fast, and now Hazim Bakra has got through, and he's got the ball down, brought it down, good finish, great save. And AJ Matthews couldn't get onto the loose ball, but tell you what, Bakra was bearing down on goal, but Tiernan Brooks made himself unbreakable there, wasn't he? Couldn't get past.
He's got to score. He's got a lot of the goal to hit there.
Yeah.
And he's trying to place it, but a real let off for Gateshead. Just kick them back into gear.
Gateshead now bring the ball forward. Home gets it to Javon Malcolm, who sees Allen in space on the far side. Nice ball out there, but can he go up against Patterson Powell again? Allen, left-hand side of the box, drives it down to the dead ball line, puts it in, but there was Judah Tower to intercept. We're going to bring the ball forward on this. Oh, another nice bit of footwork there from the Middlesbrough defender, but the ball forward wasn't the greatest, and Gateshead can intercept once again.
It's a strange start the second half, hasn't it? Middlesbrough arguably been the better team.
Yeah.
So far, Gateshead just haven't really got going.
Haven't really ventured that far into and had that much possession in Middlesbrough's half, but now they do put the ball in towards Beck. Clearance is going to be picked up though. Home. Malcolm just has to turn and lay it back.
So lively, Malcolm, isn't he? Every time he gets a ball, looking to twist and turn. And
you just expect something to happen when the ball's at his feet, but Hazim Bakra can bring the ball forward, cuts inside of it, still go and plays the ball forward. It's just a little bit too much on it, but AJ Matthews chases it down, but good defending from Radcliffe on the far side, and a very frustrated figure is AJ Matthews.
Josh Holmes looked tidy in midfield, someone just asking on the chat there. Yeah, he's
we talked about it in the dying stage of the first half. He's went about these things effectively, and so he hasn't really put a foot wrong, and slotted into Gateshead's rhythm rather well.
Look confident on the ball.
Some jovial boos for the Middlesbrough substitutes as they go to warm up. As Javon Malcolm, beaten in the end, Stock puts the ball back at pace to Nathan Fisher, and that was proven by the way he had to control it. And now Stock. Lindo, Gateshead trying to put the pressure on, but Middlesbrough moved the ball and got into space really well as Patson Powell can now bring the ball forward just over the halfway line, cuts it back. Simpson in acres of space on this side here, does going to get to the ball up against Carr. Gets down to the dead ball line. Carr standing up firm though. Good footwork from Simpson. Simpson still got the ball. Gives it to Stott. Stott looks to put a cross in. Cuts himself forward. Brings down the dead ball himself. Puts a cross in. Tiernan Brooks keeps it in.
It's not out. It's nowhere near out.
Well, complaints from Middlesbrough's number 6 in Law McCabe. Tiernan Brooks just slowing it down. Someone's asking how the format works. There is a group of 8, 4 National League teams and 4 Premier League 2 teams, and I think every Premier League team plays each National League team at the National League team's home ground, and then after that, I think it's the top 4 progress. I think
straight knockout, isn't it? After that. Yeah, Middlesbrough really started brightly here. You just wonder if they've maybe had had words at half time.
Well,
A reminder of their
they're picking up the
duties.
second ball a little bit better in midfield at the moment, but as I say that, the loose ball in midfield picked up by Gateshead. Javon Malcolm closed down, gets it to home.
Oh, good turn. Oh, that's really nice.
Opens itself up for himself to run with the ball and lays it off to Allen. Gateshead at the moment, they'll not be rushed. Stan Jones, of course, in his second loan stint at Gateshead. Bob, I thought that was just going to skip through there, but in the end, good work from Nathan Simpson. Dan Jones intercepts. Does he get it to a teammate? He does. Warman kept the ball moving as on the far side. Gateshead do bring down a Middlesbrough player.
Didn't he do that?
Ball just bounced away from Mark Beck and let Middlesbrough try and run forward with it.
Tell you what will be interesting as the game goes on if Gateshead do bring on some of the more established players.
Yeah, I mean, of course, a lot of the players that will start today haven't had many minutes in the tank, but it is an opportunity. And just looking down to our left, there is someone warming up who I'm a bit of a fan of. Haven't seen much of him due to his injury in his second spell at the club in Brandon Honstrop. He's warming up a bit lively down there, and it'd be nice to see him come on. Whether it's for left wing back or if he slots into defence, it'll be interesting to see where the big man goes. But we know he can play right across the back.
Yeah, I think. I mean, you look at the start that he made of the season when he did play. Obviously, scored, didn't he, against was it Bonnet? No, Eastleigh.
Yeah. There's
a
lovely run there, but Dan Jones just judged so fouled there on the far side, out-muscled a little bit too much. 56 minutes gone on our timer here, 1-0 to Gateshead. But Middlesbrough showing a better. There's the first yellow card of the game. Dan Jones.
Just about to say, thankfully that wind's died down, but
Yeah.
There it is again.
Well, I'll give credit to the referee where credit's due. He hasn't dictated the game at all. Famous last words. But no, he's it's been a good night for the referee thus far. Apart from one or two little decisions on where the ball was going for a throw, but we can forgive him. In comes the delivery, headed clear by Dan Jones. Middlesbrough going to pick up the loose ball unless they let it run out. Oh, nice little flick from Samuels, but there was Ryan Carr and couldn't get past Constantine.
Doing well tonight, Will.
Yep.
Really well. Looked really solid.
Considering he hasn't had that much football over the last 12 months.
He's come back from injury as well, isn't he?
John Malcolm pushing back. We're seeing Nathan Fisher out of the box to try and add a little bit more to Middlesbrough's distribution, but the ball goes all the way through to Tiernan Brooks. Well, of course, with the departure of Louis Story, of course, from the coaching and playing staff, we are seeing a different position for Mr. Radcliffe tonight in the centre of defence. Could you see maybe a change on Saturday with the departure of Louis Story? Could we see Radcliffe taking a more central role?
I think you'll see Tinkler back in there.
Yeah.
I think Tinkler will just go back in that middle role. You see Radcliffe come out of the right side, left side, and then who knows for the other side.
Oh, a lovely turn by Tom Allen. Drives with the ball, opens up. He's still going, takes it down. Can he pull it across and wins a corner? But that's the Tom Allen that we want to see. He's had his critics of late, and he's starting to answer them with constant performances here.
I think he's been really, really good tonight. Really positive on the ball, looks confident. Trying a few things as well, which is always a sign of a confident Tom Allen. I want to say he just coming out of warm-up. I don't know if that is literally just a warm-up, but come on.
Well, corner on the far side.
I'd like to see, I don't know if they would give... if they give Malcolm a 90 minutes, but I'd like to see him and Asani together.
Yeah, we did see it briefly in pre-season, and We wait this corner. In it comes towards Mark Beck, and the flag went up. I don't know if the ball went out or if there was... Yeah, it went out of play.
Mark Beck was being held.
Yeah.
It's a great little battle for post.
But of course, there's two sides to every story, and for the Middlesbrough younger players, they're getting to play against wily old veterans, and let's say McCabe and Lindo and Traore have had a battle on their hands this evening with Gateshead's big number 17.
Yeah, sorry, I was just watching the action there. Yeah, they have, and it's been a good little education for them to come up against someone like Mark Beck, and we are going to see Hornstrup. Oh, what a ball that is.
Oh, lovely. Out to Jones, and nice quick feet as well from the Gateshead defender as the ball's played out to Tom Allen. Tom Allen plays the ball on for Warman on the underlap. Can he get there? And the ball goes out for a throw-in on the far side.
What a move that was. Gateshead played their way out of trouble there brilliantly.
Well, we'll find out where Hornstrup is going to come on momentarily. We can't see the numbers, but be nice to see him come in and play in the back three, because obviously we have lost a central defender. We'll see here. It is going to be Javon Malcolm that's coming off. Oh, no, sorry, Dan Jones. That many new shirt numbers, Mark. Forgive me. So number 46, Dan Jones, is coming off. So Hornstrup is going to slot into the back three. And, well, lovely to see him back, and a nice display from Dan Jones.
Given that we've just clicked past 60 minutes, I would suggest that's a pre-planned thing. Give Hornstrup the last 30. But you're right. I mean, he could be a big player for Gateshead this season if obviously he can get back to full fitness and maintain that. I think we've seen the quality that he's got, and it'll be a good test for him tonight, because he's going to be coming up against pace and plenty of ability in these Middlesbrough youngsters as well.
Well, it adds another dynamic into the game for Gateshead as Middlesbrough try and bring the ball forward. Gateshead try and win the ball back off Stott. Lovely from Jack Stott as he turns and runs with the ball. Opens up the game for Middlesbrough. Crossfield ball. It's not too bad. And Patson Powell controls it well, drives with it forward, cutting through. He's still going, but Gateshead managed to clear it. And that all started from Jack Stott grabbing the ball by the scruff of the neck and turning with it.
I think the ball's got a neck.
Well, you know what I mean. Grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck. Not that the game's got a neck either, but as Simpson brings the ball forward now, left-hand side, gets past Carr. Can he get the delivery? Well, it just... don't know if that was more wind or how much he caught it, but as player went down in the box, it's been cleared. Referee.
It's not a penalty. There's no way that's a penalty.
No, referee wasn't having any of that straight away. It's went for a throw on the far side. It's getting more and more physical as the game goes on, Mark.
It is, yeah, and fair play to Middlesbrough, because they're giving as good as they're getting, which is good to see, because sometimes you but you wonder if academy sides might just come and be intimidated by Gateshead, but Middlesbrough really haven't been, which is great for them.
Well, the pace hasn't dropped either from either side. The work rate hasn't dropped either.
If anything, it's gone up.
Yeah, McCabe has got the ball here. Simpson, who's coming into this game more and more as it goes on, and he puts another cross in. Tiernan Brooks, just a courtesy touch of the crossbar there, just in case. But in these wins, you never know where that ball's going to go.
Of course, it was Terrell Newton that was leading the pitch, number 23. He was replaced by number 15, Ryan Carr.
Can be asleep.
I think the stadium announcer has been asleep there. He's just got the half-time one in. But of course, Mickey Barris of the Heat Army podcast, who isn't here tonight, but Will Constantine lived and played in France. Yes, certainly did.
I think the wind's getting up.
Quite possibly, but a ball forward for Javon Malcolm. He's trying there, but nice work from Samuels and Fisher just to put that out of play into touch. Constantine inside to Javon Malcolm, who he's did very well. He nearly ran into trouble, but he laid the ball off, and Carr he's done very well there to put it out for a throw. See, this is the thing when you've got a few players that aren't always playing that much, the little bits of communication, knowing where each other are, on the pitch. It takes time.
It does, and I think that's why it's important not to be overly critical of Gateshead at times.
Well done. Well, I'll say they're still battling and not letting Middlesbrough get that further forward with the ball. But as we mentioned, I think at the top of the broadcast, the Middlesbrough Academy is probably one of the best in the Northeast, possibly one of the best in the country at the minute. They do keep producing, and you wouldn't be shocked to see Jack Stott or one of these other players getting close to that Middlesbrough first team, because they're standing up to it.
Yeah, they are, and that's what the challenge is for these Middlesbrough players, is to, try and impress Michael Carrick and the academy coaching staff. And at the minute, as I say, stand up to the challenge of Gateshead, and even if it is a much changed Gateshead side, but that's brilliant, by the way.
Ball back to Nathan Fisher. And Samuels can look to get this ball moving forward. His head was straight up as soon as he got the ball to his feet. Carr intercepted. Can this be kept in by Middlesbrough? No, it's a throw into Gateshead halfway inside the Middlesbrough half on our right-hand side.
But I think, that this competition for the Under-21s teams is about showing they can stand up to the men's game. And because when you get into the Championship, when you get into the Premier League, it's hard work. It's hard to stand up to the demands, physical and mental. And this is kind of meant to be a bit of preparation for that.
Ball through the centre from Colcott to Home. Home holds it up well. Oh, got the ball to Tom Allen, who, well, that's a dubious one. Says he came back over.
Didn't look at me. But we don't have the benefit of replays.
We certainly don't. Lindo plays the ball forward on the far side, looking to keep the ball moving for Middlesbrough. It goes back to Fisher.
Yeah, I wonder if you could see like a Sonny for Beck, maybe at some point. Maybe he's
quite possibly, yeah. But at the moment, a lot of legs getting a bit of much needed game time. Of course, Mark Beck predominantly being used from the bench this season, so nice to see Mark get a prolonged time up top.
Turn.
Or as Javon Malcolm turns there. Oh, nice footwork from Malcolm. Keep the ball moving. If he looks up, he's got Carr on this right-hand side, who he's used. Back to Malcolm, corner of the box. Looks to get the cross in. It's a decent one. There's Mark Beck. Oh, just couldn't put it out of sight of the
genuinely
keeper.
Thought that was going in. It's the angle we're at here. That looked as if it was going to nestle inside the far corner. But brilliant ball in, and it's a great header. It's a proper Mark Beck header, isn't it?
Well, Javon Malcolm showing he can be a creator as well as trying to get on the end of the score sheet himself, as the ball disrupted. Cleared by Middlesbrough, but it's going to go out for a throw to Gateshead on the far side.
The 50-50 draw number 47366.
Tom Allen peeled away, lots of space. Can he pull this one in? Tries to get past the man, lays it off though. Warman. In comes the cross now. There's Beck coming. Oh, keeper just gets a hand on it, but Carr is going to pick it up on the right-hand side of the box. Gives it to Colcott. Javon Malcolm edges the box, twisting and turning. Can he lay it off? Goes for his shot. It's going to deflect. And Gateshead tried to stop this one, getting forward, but Middlesbrough on the attack now as Hazim Bakra twists and turns, lays it off to McCabe.
They're going to see another sub.
Middlesbrough need to get a few players forward. They have done now. Simpson peels off to this left-hand side. Ball comes over, though, through Samuels. Ball through the centre, looking for the run of Stott, and Stott holds it up well. Sorry, that was AJ Matthews.
Matthews looks like he's settled, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's looked better this half.
Stott plays the ball through. That's a good run from Matthews, left-hand side of the box. Pulls it back across. Couldn't pick out a teammate, and Radcliffe once again was there to clear the ball. And Constantine just closed down by Stott there, and Stott does well to marshal the ball to a teammate.
He's done well though, Constantine, just to keep him going.
He has.
Going backwards then, didn't let him turn. It's just little signs Middlesbrough starting to warm to this now.
Yeah, they're moving the ball with purpose. I mean, they have done most of the game, but now they're starting to look a bit more dangerous here. But Callum Whelan is stripped and ready to go.
Colcott possibly.
Oh, we'll soon see. I don't think we can see from the sub board at the moment. Ball over the top, looking for the run of Patson Powell, and he fouls a Gateshead player in the process. And we're going to see this substitution now. So Callum Whelan is going to come on. As we wait the board, and it's going to be Tom Allen who is coming off. And had the captain's armband on tonight, Tom Allen, and he's getting a round of applause from the Tyne and Wear stand, deservedly so. And that's the second game in a row we've seen from Tom Allen where he's showed us what Tom Allen can do consistently throughout 90 minutes, but what he's coming off now on 69 minutes.
Yeah, he's been good. Nice, as I said earlier, nice and positive, and really trying to attack the fullback and try, like I said, try a few different things. Where he's cut inside, tried that shot. Try and bend it in top corner. He's got crosses in dangerous times. Obviously, he should have probably scored as well.
Warman's going out to the left-hand side, and we're going to see Whelan just slot in the middle alongside Home. As that drizzle left as quickly as it came there. Yes.
Thankfully.
Radcliffe looks for the run of Carr. It's going to come across. Can Carr bring it down? He can. That's nice. Nice footwork. Colquitt. He was going to try and put it out to Warman first time, but he's seen it was closed down. Now Warman has it. Nice little link to Javon Malcolm. Carries the ball forward. He has Holman next to him, who he uses. The ball's going to come out to Carr. Can he get this into the box? There's a few players to pick out. Left for Colquitt on the edge of the area, up towards Mark Beck. He's got through and just couldn't get a leg out to it. He slipped in the process and possibly could have. I don't know. Could he have been offside there if he had timed it right?
I think he's moved the move from behind the defender, but that ball's on all the time, isn't it? The Boro sub coming on now.
Well, be interesting to see who Middlesbrough change here, because the midfield has grown into this game. Ball up towards Matthews, who Constantine, free kick's being given, quickly taken by Middlesbrough. It hasn't been.
Going to be a booking here.
Yeah.
I think it's a Ryan Carr's just pulled him back to stop him taking the quick free kick.
Well, number 16 is
16 and 12.
King and Guitar. Is that how you say that one? Guitar. And it does look like is that Matthews that came off there? Or was it Start?
I have no idea, I didn't see.
It might be Simpson. It's Simpson's came off.
Yeah.
And we are seeing we'll see with the shirt number in a second.
No, we won't.
There we go, Patterson Powell. He's been a danger all game.
Yeah, look, a real bright spot for Middlesbrough.
Well, Jack Stott plays the ball through and he's going to get his first touch, Guitar, and good defending from Warman. But Jack Stott once again opening up this Gateshead defence with balls right through.
He's looked, I would argue, the strongest player in the Middlesbrough side. I think he's been the one that's been consistently good throughout the 72 minutes that we're in now.
It's been the driving force.
Yeah, 100%. And you know, we talk about players who could get a loan move on the back of this competition. I think he's the one. If I was a manager from a National League or a League Two club, I'd be looking at Jack Stott tonight and thinking, you know what, we could do something there.
Well, we await the delivery from the far side. In it comes as a header from AJ Matthews, and didn't get the power on it, got the direction, but Tiernan Brooks was able to collect that one.
Pretty comfortable, wasn't it?
Colquitt and Radcliffe linking as Radcliffe brings the ball forward, brings Beck into play. Beck lays it off, and now Whelan gets his first touch, brings the ball forward, Gateshead on the attack. If he sees Carr on the far side, it was closed down, and now Gateshead with the left to build up. Javon Malcolm plays the ball through to Home. Can he get the ball across towards Beck? He can win a corner.
Again, that's brilliant from Gateshead again, you know. Really good, quick, slick pass and play. Just a final ball in the box.
Well, it's been taken short. Whelan dinks the ball over. It's been cleared by Samuels. Whelan and Warman heads it back in, but cleared by Middlesbrough. Constantine wins the header down, but finds a red shirt, and Gateshead try to get it off AJ Matthews, who holds it up well. Now, Katau brings it forward. Certainly got a lot of pace about him, still going. Colquitt plays it out up there towards Whelan. Up towards Beck, holds it up well, under pressure, lays it off. Nice stuff from Whelan. It's ball up towards Javon Malcolm.
It's the one thing you always worry about with Callum Whelan. He always looks rushed on the ball, doesn't he?
Oh, good work from Carr. Can he get to the loose ball? He can. Now Javon Malcolm can open up, bring the ball forward. He's under pressure. The ball ricochets over and Mark Beck will try and slow that down, but he didn't get there.
I must be sure he needed to turn back there, AJ Matthews on. He's off.
Oh,
He's
ball
off.
over the top.
He's
Looking for
off.
AJ Matthews.
Off.
There's the flag up.
Put your flag up. He was definitely off. You can see from here. They're literally in line with it.
Yeah.
Surely they can tell.
I just preferred when the linesman put your flag up. And we're going to see the third substitution from the visitors. Number 17, it is Finley Cartwright. He's going to come on for Jack Stott. And Jack Stott, for me, Middlesbrough's man of the match thus far.
I would agree with that. 100% agree.
Wow. Some interesting scores coming around from the region involving the teams. Has there been a score in the FA Cup?
There has. Hednesford Town have just gone 1-0 up in that replay. So, as it stands, Gateshead will be going to, I want to say Keys Park. I think it's Keys Park.
Well, the ball goes all the way through to Nathan Fisher.
Latest substitution for Middlesbrough Under-21s.
Looks a very competent goalkeeper. And, we've said it many times before. I think there's something in the water down in Middlesbrough because they breed goalkeepers in their academy.
Yeah, it was a high quality academy when it comes to goalkeepers in particular. You look at Gateshead have also been the beneficiary of some.
Certainly have. As the ball finds its out to Guitar. Guitar brings the ball forward. He's very quick, isn't he? Okay, to manage to disrupt and intercept as
Surely he's pulled back there.
Honstrop dispossessed. 76 minutes gone. Gateshead 1, Middlesbrough Under-21s 0 here in the National League Cup. Exclusively live on National League TV and audio on the Heat Army podcast. Samuels plays it into the centre, and now they bring the ball forward. McCabe plays a nice ball through to AJ Matthews. Can he get a shot away? He's slowed down, pulled the ball back, and Gateshead full bodies in the way.
Again.
Decision making from AJ Matthews. He needs to move that ball quicker, either shoot or pass, and he just seemed to hold it up.
He's got a pass there. It's exactly the same as the first half, where he's gone through in the left-hand channel. He's got a simple pass into the middle where there's a player stood on his own with a tap in, and he's gone to cut. I love the fact he wants to score, by the way. I'm not going to take that away from him. As a striker, as a forward, he should want to do that.
The ball through and the run was absolutely perfectly timed.
I absolutely think there's a player there, by the way.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely think there's a player in there. And I know, as I say, he's been linked with a few clubs, but that's
a little bit cheeky. I don't know if that's picked up on the cameras, but that is a good 10 inches out of the corner area. Surely the fourth official can see that from where he is, or the linesman. Nobody's looking at it. Well, it's a little bit cheeky. Well, the Middlesbrough bench aren't going to try and take away that little advantage.
It's not even close.
If it is one. Well, corner has been taken. Ball goes deep. Band comes down the box. Hasn't been cleared now. Whelan comes back to help out defensively and clears the ball, but it hasn't went out. The Cartwright has the ball now, right hand side of the box. He's going to lay it back off. Can they get the cross into the box? As Middlesbrough now get the cross in, headed clear by Honstrop, and Gateshead can now bring the ball away through Whelan, but he's quickly closed down by Cartwright, and Middlesbrough have done well to win back possession. They're starting to express themselves now, and the ball comes to McCabe. Middlesbrough pinning Gateshead back into the box. Honstrop heads the ball clear, and now Javon Malcolm tries to turn to get to the ball, but there was...
Oh, he's killed it. He's killed it.
That's...
the attendance, no idea. It hasn't been announced. I don't think it will be. Not as many as normal. Let's put it that way.
Roomy
would be right. Spacious.
Ball up towards Mark Beck. Warman trying to battle with Guitar. Not Guitar. There's now Middlesbrough. They are trying to turn the screw. They're trying to up the tempo here in the latter stages. We've got just over 10 minutes remaining in this National League Cup tie as Honstrop heads the ball clear. The ball's being cleared. Now it's a foot race over the top, and Honstrop just gets back, and there's the shot. Great save from Tiernan Brooks, but Gateshead get out of jail card free there because there was that was a slow reaction at the back.
Yeah, I think looking at it, someone's got to come out and take command there from Gateshead. They've just
they were caught on the heels.
Yeah, they were absolutely. It's a quick ball in behind every time. That's doing them, isn't it? I'm surprised Middlesbrough haven't tried that one earlier.
Well,
sorry, more I should say.
We did say that we expected them to adapt and try and overcome, and they're certainly trying to do that. Tiernan Brooks, that's a bit of a blind one there, picked up by Middlesbrough. Ball out to King. King up against Carr. Cuts inside. He's left him behind. Can he get the shot away? He can. And, well, to be honest, he didn't have many people to aim for.
No, he didn't. No.
They were coming too close across, and no one at the back post.
You would have thought that Middlesbrough, maybe they will in the last, obviously, 10 minutes now, but maybe just commit a few more forwards.
Ball out here to Carr on the right-hand side. That wind is getting up again. Javon Malcolm holds the ball up well against three players and fouled in the process.
It's done really well there.
And, wow, a local score. Hebburn Town 2-1 up away to Hyde United.
Have been having a great season. First season in the Northern Premier League Premier Division. Absolutely flying in the playoff places, I think, at the moment. Didn't have a game at the weekend, but I'm sure they're still in there. But credit to Daniel Moore and his players because it's been brilliant so far.
Is Daniel Moore still registered as a player?
He is.
Wow.
He has made a number of appearances this season as well.
Ever young. As Gateshead build from the back with Colcutt. Honstrop back to Colcutt. Home lays it off, and now Gateshead bring the ball forward as
got to go in first
Warman left hand side puts a cross in there towards Beck, brings it down. Can he get the shot off? Gets himself into space. He's had to muscle the man out the way and lay it off. Experience there from Mark Beck. In comes the cross now. It's deep, and the keeper thought he's just going to tumble into his own net there for a second.
He's done brilliantly, by the way, because that was swirling in the wind.
The wind is, as I say, it is affecting the flight of the ball now in this later stages of the game. Well, we'll say that was a scooped pass across to Samuels.
I don't know if he's just skewed it, hasn't he, really?
Yeah. Wow. Now, Middlesbrough. Matthews was on the shoulder of Constantine there waiting for a ball that never came. Now the ball over the top, aiming for Matthews. Ball's going to drop to Whelan, though. Whelan lays it back, and nice footwork there. Constantine brings the ball forward. He's got space to run into. Can he play it through? Oh, just couldn't get it through to Whelan, and Middlesbrough can try and mop up at the back here. McCabe. Twisting and turn.
Brilliant.
Oh, no. For a second there, I thought Whelan was going to pull him back, but Middlesbrough get the ball moving.
It's an unbelievable pass if he keeps it in.
Tau on the far side. He has targets to aim for. The delivery has to be good. Well, it got through. Gateshead didn't clear it and falls now to King, left-hand side of the box. Puts the cross in. It's too fast and too low, but it's going to come back. Deflects out to him. Now, Troy. Let's ball to Cartwright. Troy looking for movement. Gateshead holding the line on the edge of the box. And there we go. Ryan Carr wins the ball. And Gateshead can get this ball up the pitch in turn. Oh, Javon Malcolm. If the run had been spotted there, he was on the right side of the defender to get away.
It's been that a few times, hasn't it? He's looked to spring in behind quickly, but just hasn't been found with the pass. But I've been really impressed with him. He sort of flitted in and out at times, but on the whole, I think it's been a promising full debut. Good ball.
And he's just played well in that hole behind Beck, hasn't he? And caused
Which
a
is
lot
funny
of
because
problems.
we thought it'd be the other way around.
Yeah. Thought maybe in the classic big man, little man combo to nod on, but it hasn't been utilised in that way. But it's still been very effective. As the cross comes in now towards Beck, but the keeper Fisher quickly off his line, scoops it into his arms. Cartwright can play the ball out to King. Credit to Middlesbrough, they're still pushing and still probing. Whelan just caught Cartwright there. Free kick in front of the Gateshead dugout. Lindo played it back to Fisher.
Regan put you out warming up, you'd imagine.
Ball over the top looking for AJ Matthews, but there was Tiernan Brooks. He's read that well and clears it down the pitch. And Mark Beck, there was a telescopic leg come round, but the ball goes out for Gateshead.
That's really good from Tiernan Brooks. Really alert.
I thought Samuels did well there to get the foot and round Beck there to disrupt it, because it looked like he was just going to chest it down.
Not a fight I'd want to pick.
Mark Beck is obviously one of the bigger players on the pitch. My daughter's annoyed with him. She calls him Becky. I don't know if he likes that name or not, but Mark Beck.
He's got no choice, man.
Yeah, that's the name Sophia's given him. But Beck holds the ball. Oh, he just played it inside there, expecting Javon Malcolm to get round. And Middlesbrough now play the ball through. It's a good one. And, covering play from Hanstrop. Shot off, stung the hands of the keeper, Brooks. Goes behind for a corner. And Hanstrop did very well to get in front of his man there.
Got a bit of pace about him, hasn't he? And I've got to be honest, we spoke a lot about AJ Matthews, but been impressed with Hazim Bakr in spells tonight. He's got plenty of pace. He's the one who actually should have been played in by AJ Matthews on both occasions.
And maybe should have done better with his one-on-one with the keeper.
Yes. Yeah.
But
Robbie Tinkler out as well. Former Middlesbrough man.
In comes the cross. Compacted area, but there was Mark Beck. Rose like a majestic salmon to head that one clear. Middlesbrough on the ball on the right-hand side, looking to get the ball forward as Cartwright plays the ball through to Bakra. Bakra, appeals for a free kick. Bakra was more like on defensive duty there, wasn't he?
Defensive tackle, wasn't it?
It was a defensive tackle when he's on the attack, but I think the ball was just on the wrong side of him as he tried to get the ball.
Can we give a quick push for Thursday night?
We certainly can. If you'd like to give that an advertisement, if anyone's available on Thursday night.
Gateshead Foundation night, hosted by some absolute clown. Ben Clark will be there, interim manager, with some of the players to raise money for the foundation at the Tyneside pub on the High Street. So if you fancy coming along, please do.
Some lovely prizes to be won in the raffles as well. There's Middlesbrough on the edge of the box, just holding the ball up with AJ Matthews, and a foul given here. And this is a dangerous position for a free kick, and we haven't really seen Middlesbrough from one of these set pieces just yet.
Very dangerous, this one. Looks at the perfect sort of distance to get it up and over the wall.
And in this wind, it's not going to be the keeper's friend.
It's not.
88 minutes gone. Gateshead 1, Middlesbrough 0 Under-21s in the National League Cup. The referee just marching back to where he wants the wall. It's a big wall. Mark Beck's in there, Constantine. There's a lot of height in this Gateshead squad. I can't quite see who's going to take this. I didn't see the shirt number. For Middlesbrough, he's going to step forward and try and curl this one into the wall. I think it was Mark Beck that got the final touch to head that clear, and the ball has been recovered by Middlesbrough as they try to bring the ball forward. Gateshead push out to the left-hand side for King. King up against Lewis Carr, or Ryan Carr even, sorry. In comes across from Samuels. It's deep. There's back. Lindo tries to bring it down, but it's high feet. It's a little bit unfortunate, that one, I think. It was there to be won. There wasn't anyone diving in for it. Well,
Yeah, I think could have played on there.
Martin and Brooks is going to.
Wonder where this is going.
Yeah. Up towards Mark Beck, and he wins the header, nods it on. As Warman tries to chase down to get to it. Well, judged to a foul there.
Back,
Pull on the shirt, yeah.
Wasn't didn't hide that very well.
Well, the fourth official has grabbed the board. I don't know if it's for a substitution, but we've got 30 seconds left. I'm guessing it's for time added on here at the end.
It'll only be a couple of minutes, surely.
Well, I think 3 at the most with the substitutions. Certainly been a game played in the good spirit of the game. We haven't had any stoppages for injuries or time wasting or anything like that. Oh, nearly ball poked forward as Javon Malcolm is still, as ever, trying to win the ball back. But there was Callum Whelan who does. Just gives it to Carr. Carr plays it inside to Malcolm. And now Colquitt gets it back to Whelan. This is good passing football from Gateshead. And the ball's going to come out to the far side. Warman now gives it back to Honstrop. Just slow it down a little bit.
I think that's a 3.
Sorry, I was concentrating on there. I'm guessing it's 3 minutes added on, but the ball comes out this right-hand side to Ryan Carr and just couldn't get past his man, but does get the ball. And he's well, he gets the free kick.
I think he's going to give that. We talked about going down stages.
Yeah, there was contact, but yeah, free kick to Gateshead here, just next to the right-hand touchline.
Match with Gateshead this evening, sponsored by Sapporo, your restaurant on the High Street.
Cross in, there's Javon Malcolm, gets a shot away. Oh, just couldn't get the power on it. And Javon Malcolm has got the man of the match here. Game's still not over yet, though, as Middlesbrough wanting to get this ball forward.
I don't think anyone would even have done one. That's
ball up, and well, Constantine always been dispossessed, and he wins the ball back. He rectified the mistake, and Gateshead can now clear this ball through Carr up towards Beck, who nods it on.
In the back.
Well, Lindo.
Literally 2 hands in the back. I think I possibly would give it to Constantine. I think he's had a good game in defence.
There's a few. I thought Radcliffe's been solid all the way through the game. From Middlesbrough perspective, I would have given it to Jack Stott, not just because of the Gateshead connection. I thought he was absolutely phenomenal today. Good ball. There is Gatua, gets the ball in the box. Warman trying to disrupt, and Whelan with a crucial interception, getting the pressure away, and Beck holds it up. Was he fouled? He was. And Gateshead have a free kick here in the dying stages. But Mark, saying it out professionally, unless there's anything happens here, but you got to say, Gateshead have went about it in the right way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we should overplay the importance of tonight. It's just
the performance is the most important thing. Don't want to come out of this game with any injuries, of course. It is an inaugural competition. It's first year.
It's all gone pear-shaped, Dave.
Yeah, the wind has picked up. We've lost a few things off the table. But no, you go out, you get the result. No injuries, no suspensions. You can't ask for much more.
Not at all. Not at all. And I think that'll put...
And there is the full-time whistle. Gateshead run out 1-0 winners here at Gateshead Stadium against Middlesbrough Under-21s in the National League Cup. It was a game that has entertained. It was full-blooded right to the end, and both teams were definitely in it to win it. And Mark, you've got to say, professional performance. Both sides give their all.
Yeah, everyone. I think everyone's got what they wanted out of that game. Middlesbrough obviously not wanting to get beat because of the club they are, but I think it's a case of they've had a good challenge against a good Gateshead side. Gateshead have got minutes into players that needed minutes, and everyone can go home and focus on more important games.
They certainly have. A big thank you to everyone that has joined us on National League TV. If you're living abroad, of course, you can join us on Saturday afternoon for the home game against Wealdstone on National League TV. So if you're abroad or live abroad, you can join us for that one. Also join us on the Heat Army podcast on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. We'll be talking about the FA Cup result. It looks like we're away to Hendersford, and we'll obviously be talking about the confirmed departure of Rob Elliott to Crawley, and will there be news of a new manager? I don't know if it'll happen that quick, but we'll be talking about all of that. And also, if you'd like to vote for us on the Football Content Awards for Best of Non-League Podcast, please do on our YouTube stream. Go to the comments and information, and you will see, or the description of the video, should I say, and vote for us in Best in Non-League Podcast. On that note, big thank you to Middlesbrough tonight. If you're of a Middlesbrough persuasion, we hope you enjoyed the game and the coverage. And once again, everyone that has tuned in, we always appreciate you joining us here on the Heed Army podcast, whether it be on the audio stream or on our normal scheduled podcast. And we'll be seeing you very, very soon on the next show and for live commentary on Saturday. Goodbye.
Islands, go on! Islands, go on! Islands!